Hello everyone, it's been a really busy week and I haven't had a chance to post a lot of updates in here, but today we are going to do some harvesting. I have my harvest basket in here, and also we're going to be sowing some beans on my GreenStalk, which is past due, overdue. I should have done this a lot sooner, but life got busy and I didn't have a chance, but it's okay. Most of these varieties will produce within 50 to 55, 60 days, and we still have plenty of time in our growing season, so it's gonna be okay. This one I'm not gonna do in the GreenStalk though. I have soaked them, but I'm going to plant these in the plot a little later today. But for today, we're doing this cantare beans, just a regular green bean. I have some yellow ones. This is Gold Rush. I'm gonna be planting these as well. And there's a purple one here, lilac colored, called Celine beans. I don't have a picture on the pack, obviously, but I'll put it on the screen. Or Celine or Celine, I'm not sure how to pronounce. But I planted last year, it's very pretty, and I'm going to plant this again. So we're gonna do a purple, yellow, and green. I have already soaked those seeds, so there's no water in this anymore. But I have soaked the beans in here. They look a little swollen. These bigger ones are the dragon tongue, which they're much bigger. So I might put one in the GreenStalk, but mostly I want to do this in the plot. And these ones here are mixed with the three that I have showed you guys. So I'm also going to inoculate them with this bean inoculant that I have been using. If you missed my other video that I talked about it, I'm going to link it over on the screen so you can watch that too. But I'm just going to add a little bit of this to the beans. Not too much, because last time I think I've been adding a lot. And I'm just going to sort of mix them around in here. Just make sure there's some good contact with the beans and the inoculant. So let's plant this first, and then we're gonna go ahead and harvest everything that needs to be harvested here in the backyard. Hopefully you'll be able to fill this whole basket. So here's how the GreenStalks are looking. I finally put the plant supports on this guy over here, and it looks so much nicer with everything sort of upright in there and supported. I turned the planter a bit to the left because it was with the tomatoes in the front, since I had it resting on a little stool before because it was so big. But it looks very nice now with the support, and we'll be planting on this one over here today. But just right before we get to that, I just want to show you something really cool. My sister-in-law, Sarah, she's a engineer and she works for a 3D company, and she just printed this little plant hooks for my for our GreenStalks too. She also has one, and it's super cool. I love this because even though we have these bigger ones here, it's nice to have some that keep the plant closer to the GreenStalk too. So I'm really enjoying this, and it's very awesome. I have a few of them scattered around that planter. You cannot even notice them. Looks good, you know, when you have it in there. And now let's take a look at this planter over here, the one I'm going to be planting today. The scale looks very beautiful. The one that I just left in here to use as stock, maybe as a trailer for something, is just putting a lot of new growth, so we're gonna let it be. But most of these pockets here are filled, but this was facing the front because these were getting sun. Now I'm going to turn this GreenStalk, and we are going to, sorry, it's heavy. Been watering every day, so it's been heavy, but we're going to plant these back pockets over here, and there are some pockets on the side there as well. We're going to start with these. So I have actually put a little compact squash in here, and it has germinated and it's doing well. It's a little small, but I don't know if I'm going to put beans below because this squash might get big even though it's a compact variety. But I'm definitely going to be planting these pockets over here and some of these pockets back here as well. So I'm going to direct sow them in here, and after add a little bit of compost on these pockets just to give a little nutrient boost. So for these beans over here, I'm going to do 2 per pocket. I'm gonna do this one first because I think it might be easier for you guys to see. Just poke a hole with my finger, and I'm gonna add couple bean seeds in there. I'm gonna add the small ones. Here. 2, let's close it up. It's nice. GreenStalk says that you can plant up to 3, I think, per pocket for beans, but I'm gonna do 2. I'm gonna go on the cautious side. I'm gonna do 2 of these white ones here now. The green and the yellow beans were both white. The seeds were white. You know, their coatings are different, but let's see what colors they're gonna come in there. I'm also gonna do this pocket over here. I guess I should trust it's a compact variety. And I'm gonna just go with it, and we'll learn together how this is going to work out. Actually, maybe I'll do some of the purple ones down here, and that's it. Then I'm gonna turn this around, and I'm gonna plant these 2 over here. So hopefully I have enough seed. Actually, I thought I put it too much. Oh, it's okay. Maybe on the top ones, I'll do 1 per pocket. I should do 2 dragon tongues here, just for fun, and to experiment. And then here, I'll do 1 only per pocket since I'm running out of seed. 1 here in the middle, another 1 right here. This compost here is from the Queen's Botanical Garden. I found this bag here. I remember that I saved because I was going to make some compost extracts and tea, but you know what? Life got busy, never got to do that. Oops, I'm trying to open here. And I'm gonna show you how it looks. It's very dry because it's been in this bag for months. So maybe it'll probably act more like mulch, I don't know, on top of these beans. But once we water and, you know, keep getting the surface wet, it might still give some nutrients to the soil. I'm sure it will. So what I'm gonna do here, usually I have been just watering the top water reservoirs on my GreenStalk because I think that's helps, you know, encouraging root growth to the center of the planter, especially now that's so hot, and then helps the plants stay healthy. I mean, it's definitely doing well. Look how beautiful this one over here is, and you guys remember how nice that one on the left was as well when it was all full before I harvested the broccoli, before I bolted. So I've been doing that. I've been watering every day through the reservoir because it's been really hot, but because this compost is so dry, for these next few days, maybe for the week, I don't know, I'm going to try to water the pockets as well. So I'm just going to add some of this on top of the pocket that I have already added the seed. So just about 1 inch, not too much. You see how much it has already settled from when I planted this? It has about 1 inch of space. It's because, you know, with the watering and the rain and everything, the soil tends to settle. So it's important to keep amending. I don't want to put this much compost yet. I think the soil is still okay since it's brand new soil from this season. But just important to know that you have to kind of, you know, amend your GreenStalk in between plantings, or also I do it like at the end of the season, the beginning of the season. I like to do a whole, you know, topping it off to make sure that I can keep reusing the soil over and over again, and my plants still grow nice and healthy. So I'm just adding the compost to the pockets that I have planted. I'm gonna add a little bit to this squash too, because squash is a really heavy feeder. And when I planted in there, I didn't know I had compost. I forgot. No, I actually thought I had used all of this, so I didn't add anything. I was gonna buy some worm castings, but I'm so glad I found this. So I'm gonna put some of that in here as well. Sorry, oops, sorry, hard to film and talk at the same time sometimes. But you guys get the picture, so I'll put some nice in there. Also, you'll notice that I have all these little plant, little trunks in there, stubs in there. I don't pull my plants out. When I take them out, when they die, I just cut them and leave the roots in, because that helps putting more organic matter into the soil and doesn't disturb the soil life as much. Even though this is in a container, I still like to kind of use the no dig or no till method, I guess we could say, like that, to try to disturb the soil as little as possible. So these are going to stay there, get decomposed, and help feeding back the soil as well. So I'm gonna put a little bit more on this one because it looked a little bit lower than the other ones. So looks nice. I love putting fresh layer of compost on my planters. I have a lot, so I might actually amend these other guys as well, give them a little boost and It's been so hot too. This is kind of going to be slightly like mulch, even though green stalks don't need mulch because the plants get big and shade the soil. But since I have the compost in here, why not? Let's just be nicer to our plants, right? So this should be good too because it's been sitting here for a long time, so it's been curing, can say aging. And even though it's dry, I hope that it's still gonna be nice and nutritious and do a good job replenishing this soil. I have put a compost in all of the pockets, so we are going to just water it real quick and do some harvesting. We had a lot of rain the past few days and I collected some rainwater. So I'm actually going to be watering these pockets with some rainwater here to also help boost this compost. And also I said that I'm planting watering the pockets because I'm doing this dry compost on top. But when you direct seed things in the GreenStalk, you should also water the pockets because the seeds, the surface has to be very hydrated for the seeds to germinate. I know that I have pre-soaked the seeds also, but with anything else you would plant, it would still be good for you to, not so be good, it's recommended that you actually water the pockets directly every day until the seeds germinate. So same thing you would do if you're planting directly in the garden in raised beds or directly in soil. And then after that, after they sprout, then it should be okay for you to start using the reservoir again. This planter feels very heavy. We have been having rain and I did water it yesterday, so I might not do the reservoir today, just the pockets. I'm gonna use all of this water and we should be good to go. I love collecting rainwater. It's not always that I can get a full watering can off of it, so I'm very happy that I was able to this time. And I think that's it. I think we got all of our pockets wet. And we're good to go. Now let's do some harvesting on that planter first. So I'm gonna harvest some kale first. I'm just going to get, not too much because I kind of like to harvest the kale fresh as well before I just want to cook with it. And then with that, I want to say that I have really good news that the construction next door seems to have ended. It's been a few days since they have been here, and now there's a car there that I think might be our new neighbor, so hopefully that's the case. And I actually don't feel as bad about eating the kale anymore. I've been washing really well. We've been okay. So we'll be back about eating this without worrying about it too much. If you're new here and haven't watched my previous videos, I was a little concerned about eating the kale because they're drilling a lot of the outside. And we're concerned about lead dust because there's a lot of lead in the older buildings here in New York. But I think we'll be fine and we'll be okay and able to eat our homegrown food again. So I think I'm gonna harvest only this much, maybe some more from this curly, because only for dinner tonight. I have so many tomatoes inside and so much eggplant. I've been harvesting eggplant every day. The little fairy tale eggplant is so prolific, and I've been harvesting tomatoes every other day at the plot. I have a lot inside. I might bring the basket out here so you guys can see. Oops, that's already a lot of kale. But it's all right. I'm gonna harvest a little bit more from this guy. And you kind of have an idea of how much we've been eating from the garden this week. It's been an amazing week. We've been eating almost every day with things from the garden. I've been cooking a lot with tomatoes and eggplants and peppers because the jalapenos are producing like crazy. I have to harvest some jalapenos today, but I still also have a bunch inside. So this is the time of the year that we kind of live for, right? The time when we finally can eat from the garden almost every day. Let me just clean this real quick since it looks a little dry, and I'll turn this. And I'll keep this planter on this side, with the sun for the kale until those beans germinate. Then I'll try to keep rotating more so that they can get light too. But anyway, back to harvesting. So harvesting, eating a lot of stuff from the garden every day. Super grateful. So we can harvest a lot with small spaces. I haven't been really good about weighing, unfortunately. I'm sorry about that. It's hard, especially when I come here and just grab some things for dinner. But it's been a lot. I think for the tomatoes we got at least like 10 pounds of tomato. I got one tomato that was 1.5 pounds, or maybe 20 pounds of tomatoes. I don't know. I don't remember, but I'll show you what I have. And I probably ate We probably ate about a basket or two like that already because I've been doing salsa and sauces, and we've been stewing a lot of the eggplants and the tomatoes and peppers to eat that with toast in the morning or with pasta or rice, you know, just trying to eat it up as much as we can with things from the garden. Now I'm talking too much. I'm feeling some drizzling. I'm going to go ahead and resume harvesting. Let's harvest these peppers and eggplants in here. This pepper, the leaves are starting to look a little yellow, so I have to fertilize it. I have kind of run out of the fertilizer, unfortunately. Let me put this basket here. And I just bought some new ones, so I'm gonna get some more this week and I will do a little feeding. I have been adding some molasses here and there, but sometimes I forget to fertilize. It's not my strongest suit. But with the container gardening is very important, and the green stalks as well. So I'm also going to fertilize them in a minute. So I got 3 jalapenos in here. Trying to get just the ones that are really fat, because since I already have a bunch inside, I don't need to be harvesting as often. Now for the eggplant, I'm gonna get this patio baby here. I have to be honest, they're good. I have grown them in the past and I really like it, but I'm really enjoying the fairy tale that I'm growing in the pot, and they're not as big of a plant. Also, they're getting just as big as this guy here. So I think that in the future, I'm going to grow the fairy tale eggplant in containers. My God, this is loaded. All right, let's see how this looks. Look at this. It was turning to the side and it's loaded heavy with eggplant falling over. So I'm gonna harvest all of the ones that are ready in here. And I actually noticed that these guys, I have tried something, you know how with the bigger eggplants, I like to just throw them in the fire and get them all brown, like, you know, burn the skin to make baba ganoush and stuff, get them nice and smoky. And I tried doing that with these little guys yesterday and turned out great. So you can do that with them too if you like. And they cooked very fast, so it was a bit easier because the bigger ones, I sometimes put in the fire, get it charred, and then I have to bake a little bit until it gets very soft. But this guys cooked fast, gave that amazing smoky flavor that I love, and was super easy to take the skin off too. So it worked out just as miniature. The big eggplants can still do the same cooking method. This is what I got from one plant, 5 little ones. I guess plus these 2, they were already there. So from one plant, I got all these eggplants. And this other one's is smaller. And I don't think I have any big eggplant in there, just 2. I harvested from these a couple days ago. So just gonna get this, which is plenty because I have like at least 3 pounds of eggplant inside the apartment already. Now let's move on to these cute cherry tomatoes. Been kind of also a little overdue on those. Should have picked maybe a couple days ago, but I was super busy with work, didn't have a chance, so we're gonna do it all today. I have some of the Smoky Mountains over there and more red ones in there. We're gonna take them all out, but I'm gonna use this little bowl for those so I don't get them all lost in that basket over there. So, and these are brown tomatoes. I've been calling them Smoky Mountains because it's just a variety that my friend kind of bred, I guess. He didn't give a name, just been growing in his place for a few years. He mixed up with some other things he had, but it's so tasty. It tastes like a mini Cherokee Purple. It's very smoky, and Cherokee Purple is my favorite tomato, so I'm very excited that this did well. We went to his place, my husband and I, last year, and then he just gave us a ripe tomato to save seed from. I saved seeds, and now we have this amazing plant giving us a lot more tomatoes too. Sorry guys. So here it is, looks nice. I'm taking the ones that are blushing too. Oh, there's some more on this side. Gonna have another busy next few days, so I'm just gonna harvest everything, make sure I have them inside all washed and ready to go when I need to cook. So it makes it easier to use the harvest. And then in another few days, hopefully I'll come and harvest again. I could harvest some basil from below there, but herbs are easy, so the herbs I can just grab as I go. But here it is, I have a little nice tomato harvest, a full bowl. That was nice. You know, I was not going to, but I think I'm gonna harvest this beet over here as well. Maybe I will make something with it for dinner tonight, but this is in the GreenStalk. It's been here since the spring and did a lot better than I thought. Maybe I should have put a bean in there, but oh, look at that. It's a very nice size, 1 per pocket. I've been harvesting the greens but that's really good. Let me actually wash this real quick before I put it in our basket. Oh, I just noticed it's a split. I actually have no idea why this happens. If you guys know, if you want to let me know in the comment section down below. It has a big split on it, but I'm sure I can cut it off and still eat from it. So let's just put our beets here together in our basket. And I have to harvest some peppers from the GreenStalk as well. I almost forgot, but first of all, let's look at it again. Look how pretty. This one doesn't have a spinner. I was gonna get one off the sale and kind of forgot about it. You know, it went too fast and I got busy, I forgot. But I wanted to have a different base, that base on this one over here as well. But next year, hopefully. So this is not as easy to turn as that one over there is. But I'm gonna just come around and I'm gonna show you that we have our first ripened Scotch bonnet. So I'm gonna take that one. Take this leaf off too, make it nice. But here we have it. First ripened pepper in the GreenStalk that turned red. I have been harvesting some jalapenos. Plant is loaded. Let me show you guys this too. But as you know, we have tons of jalapenos inside. I'm gonna kind of let them be, and I'll probably do a preserving project like a maple pecan jalapeno for the winter or something with all of this fruit. But let's see what else I can grab from here. Most of the peppers here are still green, but I'm sure that I can probably harvest these guys at this stage too. This is supposed to be a sweet pepper. I've never had it before, so I think that I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna harvest a couple. This one looks like it's turning, see? Color, maybe this one and that one. I'm gonna harvest two and cook it up for dinner tonight and see how it tastes. And this one here is a Brazilian pepper. It's called pimenta de cheiro, so it's called fragrant pepper. And you're supposed to eat it while it's still green. So I'm gonna go ahead and harvest. Oops, hands full, a couple of those as well. Got just two because I want to taste it. I'm so excited to grow this one. This was my favorite pepper in Brazil. It's so nice to use for cooking since it's not so spicy, but extremely tasty and fragrant, like the, you know, if the habaneros were not spicy, that's kind of like what it tastes like. And then let's put this other peppers here. That's it, doesn't look bad, right? Little basket. I could harvest some more things, but I might stop here because I have so many things inside. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm just gonna grab some thyme because last time that I harvested, I kind of left this little side thing falling here. It's been bothering me. Every time I see it, it's like, oh, I gotta get my pruners and harvest this little part that I forget. So I'm gonna get this one as well. Just go holding my phone now, so it'll be a little harder, but I don't want it to fall on the floor. Let me just cut this and pick it up. All right, very nice. Let me just put it in here as well. Here we have it, nice harvest basket. Maybe just one more thing. Actually, just let's harvest this beet here as well, because I'm just curious to see if this also has split or if it's good. Oh, that looks good. Two beets is better. It's supposed to be better for dinner to have a couple. So there we go. Oh, so pretty. This one looks very, very nice. I'm gonna rinse it also, and oh, I'm so happy with this. Finally a colorful basket. I've been harvesting only eggplant, tomatoes, and peppers for a whole week, so nice to have some beets and maybe some different color peppers, because I was mostly just harvesting jalapenos. It makes it look so nice. So super excited for this and to make a nice dinner tonight. Now I'm actually gonna go ahead and show you guys the tomatoes. Just gonna come inside real quick just so you can see how much we have. This is what I have from what I've been harvesting from the plot. I've been eating a lot of it, so they are fully ripe now, so I have to use most of them. I'm probably gonna make some sauce tonight. I've been making a lot of salsa with the other ones and slicing them and eating them in sandwiches or just making very nice tomato salads. I wanna eat this one on its own because I love this. This is a striped German, so I'm probably gonna have a tomato salad with that and my favorite Cherokee purple, maybe this red one, for lunch today. And then I'll give some space because these guys were kind of going all over the place here, getting too full. But I still have to go to the plot after this. Actually, I'm not going to bring my camera because I need to be fast there. And I'm going to harvest more tomatoes, more fairy tale eggplant, and plant those beans that we soaked together. But this is how we have it, so not bad, right? This plus all of the stuff outside, plus the fairy tale eggplant that's in the fridge. If you have been following me on Instagram, you'll see how much I've been harvesting, I've been putting there. So very happy with the harvest this week. So there is one more important thing that I want to talk about before I wrap up this video today. I am going to be posting another gardeners, fellow gardener friend, garden tour on the channel this weekend. Her name is Linda. I went to her apartment this weekend and filmed a garden tour there. She has a beautiful terrace garden. I'm super excited to share this garden tour with you guys. I have already edited. That's why I was also a little busy and had a hard time filming my own stuff here because I've been filming a couple garden tours. We also filmed the one for Aubrey, my friend. They're both in Brooklyn, Linda and Aubrey, but Aubrey's one's, unfortunately, the sound was really bad. It was really loud. We'll see what we can do about that. We might have to reshoot on Linda's. I want to apologize a little bit too. It's also a little loud, but it was not so bad. So I decided to still go with it because unfortunately here in New York is loud. I'm trying to use a mic this time to see if it gets better with the audio. But it's just a reality, part of living here in the city. It's just so noisy for us when we're outside at any time of the day. So hope you guys don't mind that, to still be enjoyable to watch the video. She has a beautiful, beautiful garden. I was so happy to be there and take the tour of the garden with her as well. So I'm very excited to share that with you guys. And then after that, I'm sharing one more tour of a neighbor here in Astoria. He has a small garden and his daughter helped showing the garden around. So I'm very excited for that too. So that will be coming up next. So hopefully you guys are gonna like that. And then at the end next week, I'm planning to film my own garden tour. So I'll show you guys how the plot's doing and everything that's going on in here. Hopefully more dahlias will be blooming by then. But we're gonna do a long extended garden tour for the end of July as well. And we're gonna talk about everything that's going on in the garden. So now I'm gonna go inside, wash all this beautiful harvest, then go to the plot real quick and do a few other things that I need to do in there. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you're having a great day and I'll see you next time.